Anyway, I feel like we should talk about Onnit, great kettlebells. Again, I do feel spoiled even every time I pick them up, even though they're dope. You know, the artistic ones. Mm-hmm. Should we call them artistic?
No.
Because they have names, right? Primal bells.
Yeah, just call them that. That's better than artistic.
Legend bells. All that stuff. You know, I feel kind of spoiled because they're kind of like the designer ones. They're designer-ish. Balanced, by the way. Anyway, got into that. Here's the thing about the and I said this before. Starting light with kettlebells is critical. My friend Anthony came over. I don't know if you remember Anthony.
No.
He was there the first day we recorded. He was at my house.
Oh yeah. I remember.
So he came over the other day and he was like, yeah, let's lift. And you know, last time I seen him, I wasn't so much into the kettlebells. So I was like, all right, we're doing this thing. Be careful. And I saw him, and I don't think he'd ever done it before.
Did you hurt him?
No, but
borderline.
Well, he grabbed the lightest one, and you know, I said start light or whatever, and you could tell his. I'm gonna say this with all due respect. If you haven't done it before, it makes sense. But like his form was way off, and I'm thinking, bro, you're gonna get hurt right now.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah. So I was going to go into like what crazy workout I did, but I'll save that for another time.
Thank
for
God.
now.
We're almost at 3 hours right now.
For now.
I just looked at my watch, 2:53. That's not a good sign. So I apologize to everyone in the world for doing a 3.5 hour podcast, which is going to turn into, if Echo describes his last 14 workouts.
4.5 hours.
In great detail.
Nonetheless, so we'll krill oil real quick. I was talking to somebody at the muster. I think it was, I forget who it was. Nonetheless, I was talking about the benefits. Yet again, this is like a common thing. It's true. I don't exaggerate about the krill oil. It's the kind like I can't go back to not taking krill oil.
No, take the krill oil.
And I don't mind.
Oh, actually, we were talking to Leif. Remember, Leif said he ran out of krill oil?
Yeah, and he's all mad at me because he gave me some in New York. I didn't bring any. Yeah, actually, technically, it was Jenna Lee who brought me some. I think he just gave the order. Nonetheless.
He gave the order.
Yeah. So I guess he had a part of it.
Got the credit.
Yep. Nonetheless, I'll never go back to no krill oil.
So where would you get it?
Onnit krill oil.
What if you wanted to save money?
Go onnit.com/Jocko. There's a lot of things on there. And Onnit is one of those good companies /website where anything you need supplementation with, all the way down to workouts, they got it on there. Try your best not to get too addicted to the website because it's very vast, very robust.
You're the only person that has that issue, bro.
I don't think so. I will guarantee people will spend time like watching the videos and stuff, browsing the products. Sometimes you can get like, we talked about how you get on Amazon and you're like, yeah, I want to get that thing too. You don't really need it. It just looks super cool. It's one of those websites.
Amazon does that.
Yeah, so be careful. It does, but I don't think it like prompts you. It's just the list of stuff is all cool. It's not just a kettlebell. It's the really cool one, So it's that situation. Anyway, onnit.com/Jocko if you want the 10% off. And report back. Tell me what you think. And if you ask me about the krill oil, I'll tell you. I'll tell you till the end of time. I will not take krill oil ever again if I have anything to say about it. Another way to support is when you pick up your copy of 18 Platoon or whichever books you choose that Jocko reads on this podcast. Go on our website, jockopodcast.com. Go to the books section. On the top says books from episodes. Click through there.
Heads up. If you're looking to get 18 Platoon, the book, you can get it on Amazon used.
Yeah.
For like $40. A used copy, which they'll all be gone.
Yeah.
By the time whoever you are listening to this, you can also get it from a website, riflesdirect.com, which actually supports the Rifles Regiment in the UK. So you can get it there as well. Or you can buy the used hardcover copies from Amazon.com after you click through.
Yeah, click through there, boom. And, even if you're buying something else, hey, click through. Support the cause. Anyway, another way. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and any other podcast providing platforms. Also, and not excluding YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube's a good one. Video version.
I got YouTube Red, by the way.
Okay. wait. What's the benefits again?
So one of the benefits is on YouTube Red, you can listen to even if you go to another app on your iPhone, it's still playing.
Oh, okay.
So it's a real cool deal for me.
Yeah, man. Sounds real
And there's no
cool.
ads.
I like the ads.
Yeah, I know you do.
They're relevant most of the time.
Yeah.
Unless you see the same ad over and over and again.
Ads.
You know what though? You know when they play, you ever see the same? Well, you don't see ads anymore.
No.
But for us who may or may not enjoy ads and or still have
You're the only person that enjoys ads. You got issues,
not
dude.
All. You know how like here, for example. So Ty Lopez, right?
Yes, I know. Good God.
No, he'll have like an ad every single time.
Yeah, I know.
You know, there's this other financial company, which is a weird one, which is it's a really poorly done. Nonetheless, so Ty Lopez, here's the example. Ty Lopez, he'll talk about some stuff, and then after it's the same ad over and over, and after a while you're like, okay, skip the ad, but then it kind of sticks with you, and then you're kind of like,
yeah, that's called advertising.
I know,
you're getting sucked in.
But it's kind of like I see what's going on, yet I still am compelled, you know. So it's kind of like it's beneficial almost.
I'm over here not compelled.
So not compelled, huh?
No.
Anyway,
but I am compelled to subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
That's what you're trying to say. You're saying a lot of other stuff right now.
Well,
most
I go on
which is not helpful.
Right, I go on in these tangents, and it's relevant. I feel like people can relate on some level. Sometimes, maybe,
occasionally,
maybe
weird people.
Nonetheless, YouTube. That's a good one. Video version.
What's Jocko Podcast is the channel?
Yeah,
to
Jocko
subscribe
Podcast.
to.
Yeah. Sure.
It'd be cool if you put videos on there more often.
I do.
Just
I put like 2-3 a week, I think.
Oh yeah, 2-3 a week now.
Kind of.
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to that new
whatever. I
number.
put one on the other. What is it? Monday?
Yeah. Okay, that's one. It's whatever it is right now.
Yeah, man.
Thursday, Friday.
No worries. I got you. Go ahead and subscribe to that if you haven't already. And you can get the video version and excerpts, which are shareable. Shareable meaning they're just shorter. And they're shorter, so whoever opens it, they're more of a chance they're gonna listen to it when it's 2-3 minutes long rather than 2.5, 3.5 in this case hours long. That's just how.
Get fired from doing podcasts because they're too long. Is that possible?
Maybe. I guess how they
what
say
else?
Anything is possible, right? That's the thing. What else? Jocko has a store. It's called Jocko Store. Website jockostore.com. See, catchy, right? Easy to remember. If it's a store and it's Jocko's, it's Jocko Store. If it's a podcast and it's Jocko's, it's Jocko Podcast. If it's keychains,
I was meeting some people.
Jocko keychains.
I was meeting some people, talking to some people at a group the other day who were not familiar with me or with anything.
You gotta respect that.
And they said, oh, well, do you, one of them said, oh, he's got a podcast. And then the other one said, oh, what's the name of the podcast? And I said, oh, the podcast is called Jocko Podcast. And she said, this one girl said, did you pay your marketing team a lot for that name? And I said, yes, in fact, I did.
Yep. Exactly right.
Real original like that.
Yep, so original. But hey, man, could be worse. So back to the store. Jocko Store, that is. There's some t-shirts on there if you want to represent. The t-shirts carry a message. The message has layers. Actually, I guess technically the shirts have layers because the message is one of the layers of the shirt. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, go on there, jockostore.com. If you like something, get something. That's a good way to support.
Are there shirts coming out this week? That's my question to you.
Yeah, that's the intention.
Okay, because I'm getting angry.
Yes, I understand. But
don't make me get in your business.
Hey, normal face. Normal face.
My face is way normal, but don't make me come and get in your business and do your job for you. Because if you've ever heard me talk on this podcast, I talk about when people don't do their job. That's awesome because then I can take their job from them.
Right. You got to step down.
Just think about where my mindset is, and you may want to step it up over on your end.
Oh, dang! You're about to jump into this. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
No, respect. I dig it, and we're gonna try to get those shirts
let's try
for you.
No, let's do.
You know why you're saying this right now? Because you can't wait for the shirt that you designed to come out because you want the recognition.
Well, because also I think you might be sabotaging and sabotaging my efforts. I made the better shirt.
And
you don't want to print it. because you're self-conscious, and that's not going to stand.
Well, I will give you the respect because there is, in fact, layers to this shirt as well. So, all right, how about this?
More layers.
More layers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could be right. I think you might have more layers than the standard. I guess we'll see. We're going to find out about that one. Anyway, JockoStore.com. Some women's stuff on there as well. Some patches, some rash guards, some cool rash guards.
Yep. Indeed.
Some hoodies, other stuff. Anyway, go on there. Check it out. If you want something, get something. Good way to support. Also, psychological warfare. If you're having trouble, if you're like me and sometimes used to or currently having trouble with not feeling like working out, not feeling like it. So you're considering skipping the workout, waiting for tomorrow, making your workout day into a rest day. If you're having that problem, this is what you do. Go to Psychological Warfare, search on iTunes.
Google Play, Amazon,
all these things, anywhere where you can get MP3s. You search Psychological Warfare, Jocko Willink, and it's an album with tracks. And these tracks will help you through anything that you're feeling that weakness, like I just mentioned, whether it be waking up early or skipping the workout or cheating on the diet. And I say cheating on the diet because you made a promise to yourself you're not going to eat those donuts. You made a promise. And then now, like, all of a sudden, I'm going to eat the donuts? No, that's not the promise you made.
Just think, I can never eat a donut again, for sure.
Exactly right, you can't.
Because everyone in the world will, like, someone will be there with a camera.
Yeah.
And they'll get me with a big jelly donut in my face.
And consider this, like, what if you knew 100% no one's, watching or whatever, and then you're eating the donut? Can you imagine the guilt you're feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling too much guilt.
Yeah, you can't do it. You're done. Donut's done.
Too much guilt.
But in the event of other people, not you, Jocko, other people feeling that weakness, there's a track for that. Remember back when iPhone kind of came out and there's that thing, there's an app for that. Remember? They used to always say that?
Oh, there's an app for that?
There's an app for that. That was like an expression.
Okay.
See? Look, with this, there's a track for that. See what I'm saying? Just made that up right now. Anyway, Psychological Warfare. Check it. If you need if you need that spot, because really that's what it is. It's a spot in life. When you're trying to lift heavy things, it's good to have a spot. If you're lifting light stuff or not lifting at all, you don't need a spot. No. So don't even worry about that. If you're not doing nothing, don't even get this. You don't even need it. If you're not doing anything in life, don't get it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Makes sense,
if you're doing
right?
something, get it. Check.
Exactly right.
All right, like I said, 18 Platoon, you can get that at riflesdirect.com from the UK. It supports that regiment, which I'm all about. Also, speaking of rash guards and stuff, check out originmain.com. My boy up there, Pete Roberts, he's kind of a psycho, actually.
Sure.
Kind of a madman. He's all about manufacturing in America, which I'm all about too. And I'm going to go into this at some point, but like he wanted to make geese here and he couldn't get the fabric, so he went out and bought old abandoned looms from abandoned factories and hired like old timers that knew how to work these things and refurbish them and rebuilt them, and has made these looms, brought them back to life so that he can make geese and rash guards here in America, in Maine. And like I said, that's kind of crazy, borderline psychopathic, which I kind of like. And yes, that's kind of why we're kind of working on joining forces in some way. Pete, Origin, Warpath, it's going down. We're going to make something happen. I'll keep everyone informed as we finalize the plan.
That rash guard that you mentioned, and posted the video of, that was a lot nicer, is a lot nicer and legit than I anticipated.
When you see it, it's
underplayed it. You were like, well, you didn't underplay it.
I made it sound like just kind of cheesy.
Yeah, like it was.
But you didn't realize it was actually savage.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that rash guard, it already sold out. Yeah. So now he's printing a bunch more. But he's got to weave the material.
Yeah.
Right? Or he gets one of his producers here in America weave some material. So anyways, check out that originmain.com. Growing company. We're getting in league with them. Big time. Also, Jocko White Tea on Amazon. Here's an actual, again, this is a certified, verified report. I have a cat that used to catch 1 or 2 mice per month. I forgot to pick up a tea bag after I brewed it, and the cat ate the tea bag. Now my cat is bringing home raccoons, full-grown rabbits, and even the neighbor's dog. So be careful. Don't let your cat get it unless your neighbor's dog's being annoying. No, that's Jocko white tea. You can have it. And it's not, doesn't taste, the thing is, it doesn't taste like normal tea. It tastes like victory. All right. Way of the Warrior Kid. Boom. Also, this is a warning about Way of the Warrior Kid. When you order Way of the Warrior Kid, just go ahead and also order a pull-up bar, some flashcards, some healthy food, and a jiu-jitsu gi. Because when your kid gets done reading this factually, they're going to want to be stronger, better, tougher, and smarter. So supply them the way they need to be supplied. Quit playing around. Get some. Also, the Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual. There's no book like this. Doesn't exist. It is not a normal book. It's kind of like the podcast. This podcast is not for everyone. Not everyone wants to listen to this podcast. That's okay. I'm not making a podcast for everyone. We're making a podcast for people that like to get after it. So this book is not for people that want to read junk.
Sure.
Some people don't get the podcast. Some people aren't going to understand the book. They're not going to know where it's coming from. That's okay. We're not toning down the podcast, right?
No.
We're not saying, oh, you know what? I think everyone would like it more if we did more, interspersed some jokes throughout it. And maybe if we made it 45 minutes and do a little fun presentation. Can I get some backup music? Just a kind of a little jangle to make people get in the spirit. Right. We're not doing that. Not happening.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to a little jangle or a little, metallic riff to get you in the zone on the beginning of the podcast, that's cool. If you want that, that's awesome. There's other podcasts that offer it. We don't offer it here. You know what you're going to get. With the book, if you're looking for a,
50 Shades of Grey?
You're not going to get that here.
No.
It's, but that's the cool thing. The cool thing is that the publisher let me do whatever I wanted to do. So I did. And I made, you're gonna feel that the feeling of the podcast is the same feeling that the book gets you.
Dang.
So
cool. It's
a little heavy, a little dark, right? Sparse, right?
Sure.
Get after it. That's in there.
Dang.
Anyways, Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual. Order it. It's not printed. Let me give you an example. It's not printed on white paper.
Dang.
So straight up, let's just go from there.
Yeah.
It's actually printed. The background is all images.
Nice.
Black and white images.
Sure.
I know that comes as a big surprise to everyone.
Sure.
And then put over that is words. So there you go. Little indicator as to what the field manual is like. You can get that. You can pre-order it now. Of course, Extreme Ownership. It's a little book. It's about leadership. Actually, it's about combat leadership and how you can take the combat leadership principles that we learned on the battlefield and apply them to your life. You can get that book too if you want it. We also have Echelon Front Consulting. Me, Leif Babin, JP Donnell, Dave Burke. We will come and help your team align your leadership so you can crush your enemies. You just heard Sidney Jerry saying it. Leadership is the thing that makes you overcome seemingly impossible things. So if your leadership isn't squared away, you're not going to overcome them. So you need to get in the game. You can contact us, info@echelonfront.com if you want that. Also, the muster, we just got back from the Austin muster.
Outstanding.
It was awesome. So many great people in there. Lessons learned, knowledge spread.
Tim Kennedy was there.
Tim Kennedy showed up. And what was cool, and I didn't realize it until we were at jiu-jitsu. And I think I came up to you and said this during jiu-jitsu. So the last night, we had Thursday, then Friday, and then Friday night we go to do jiu-jitsu. We went to 10th Planet at Austin 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu with my boy Curtis.
Todd White was there.
And Todd White,
representing.
Old school represent. Yeah, he's an old school. Like me and him are from the same era.
Dang.
Yeah. We're from the same era from back in the day. Only he's
a better artist.
Artist than me.
Yeah, big time.
So, but we went and what I realized is this. You know, like Way of the Warrior Kid. People say, "Oh man, I wish I had that book when I was a kid."
Yeah.
And Extreme Ownership. People say, "Oh man, I wish I had that. I wish I had that book when I started out when I got promoted 5 years ago." And you know what I say about Way of the Warrior Kid? I wish I had it when I was a kid. You know what I say about Extreme Ownership? I wish I had it when I was a assistant platoon commander. I wish I had it.
Yeah.
I didn't have it. And what's cool about the muster is, so that feeling, when you go to the muster, you're giving we're just giving this massive amount of information, pragmatic information that you can take and you can execute with.
Yeah.
And so when we were at jiu-jitsu, I realized, man, these people in this room just got all this information. And it's so practical that you can take back to your team. And then on top of all that, here's a little something else, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Because only 1/4 of the people that came to jiu-jitsu had ever trained jiu-jitsu before.
Yeah.
The other, 50 people that had never trained before. So they're getting this gift.
Yeah.
The gift of jiu-jitsu.
The little intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Little intro. And I would say 50% of them will go back and start training.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I wish it was 100%. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah. It depends on what you're into. You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's hard. It was always bizarre to me that when I introduced someone to jiu-jitsu, it wasn't a 100% conversion rate.
I know. Yeah,
it should be a 100% conversion rate.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, you just choked me and I couldn't stop you? I need to learn that 100%.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I go through life vulnerable to being choked by anyone. I don't like that feeling.
Yeah. No, I don't like that feeling. The mustard too is sprinkled, and I mean sprinkled hard, by the way, which a very critical, compelling part, in my opinion, is this social stuff. And I don't mean social like you're just cruising and not learning. I mean the people you meet.
Oh yeah, well you definitely are going to meet good people there.
Yeah.
Because everyone there is in the game big time, and they're all looking to get better. They're all invested to get better. Yeah. And the other thing is, we're hanging out.
Yeah,
I say it all the time. Yeah. No, there's me, Leif, Dave, JP, Echo. There's no green room. It doesn't exist. We don't even take breaks. Just like
I know, bro, you guys are
when we take a break to let the audience go to the restroom or grab a cup of coffee or a Jocko white tea. We just stand there. Like we step down off the stage and we get everyone lines up and we talk questions. And you know what I was doing this time was I was like, instead of answering one person's question just to that person, I was saying, hey, everyone come here. Because he's asking a question. Everyone come in.
Whoever's nearby.
Hey, there's 12 people standing in line. Yeah. And instead of answering this one question, this one guy whispering, no, hey, everyone come up here. Come on up. Yeah. And you can all hear this. Because who knows? Maybe some of those questions, maybe it's something you're going to experience in the future. I don't know. Yeah. But you might as well listen, and maybe you have a better solution than I have.
Yeah. So it's like a little
brainstorm.
Round table. Yeah, brainstorm.
Round table.
Yeah, it's cool. That's true. We take breaks. There's breaks throughout the thing.
You take breaks.
Yeah, Jocko and Leif don't take breaks.
No breaks for us.
Because break time is talk time.
It's talk
to
time.
You guys,
come
it's
up and ask a question
Joan,
sign a book.
Whatever.
Yeah.
No green room.
No green room. So that's the muster. And by the way, they've sold out. All of them that we've done have been sold out. Now, the next one that we got coming up is September 14th and 15th back at the Omni Hotel in downtown San Diego, California, Muster 004. It's gonna sell out. This is a known fact. So if you want to come, it's September 14th and 15th. That is right around the corner. Yeah. So if you want to come to that, come to that. ExtremeOwnership.com is where you can register if you want to. Also, by the way, this is interesting. If you train jiu-jitsu, or if you're interested in training jiu-jitsu, Origin up in Maine has this immersion camp that they do. I'm going. Echo's going with me. We're going up there. There's 2 sessions that they run. It's the 20th, August 20th to the 23rd, or August 24th to the 27th. Those are the 2 different sessions, or you can come for the whole week. Anyways, I'm going to be there for those middle 3 days, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm going to be there for the last day of the first camp and the first day of the second camp. and I'll be on there on the middle day. We're going to be training, rolling, talking, hanging out, eating lobster, eating steaks, just generally getting after it. So you go to originmain.com. If you want to come up, there's not a lot of spaces for that. It's not, that's like, I think the most they're going to go is 200 people. So that's not a lot of spaces. So if you want to come up, register quick, and I'll see you guys up there in Maine. What I like about it is, unlike the muster where everything is scheduled, like we don't have a lot of break time, and even the break times are working. This thing, I mean, you can only train jiu-jitsu, 6 hours a day, maybe?
Dang, bro.
You know what I mean? 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours at lunch, 2 hours in the evening.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 6 hours. You know, you're going to sleep 4 hours, so you still got 14 hours left in the day. So what are we going to do? We're going to kick it. Yeah, we're going to cruise. There's a lake, there's kayaks, there's a zip lines and whatever. Yeah, or we'll just go lay in bed and try and recover from the jiu-jitsu sessions. So yeah, bunch of good people coming up after that. If you want to come up and hang out, do it, and that will work. We'll see you up there either at the muster or we'll see you at the Immersion Jiu-Jitsu Camp.
Wait, how do you register for that one?
originmain.com, and then you click on the immersion thing and you'll find it. Or you press Google.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a certain element of like, if you can't figure it out,
don't bother.
Yeah. And there's also a certain element of like, hey, register now and go to this thing. It's
like, today. Register today. You know how they always say today?
Yeah, I know how they say that. Today, by the time this podcast comes out, it won't even be today.
Yeah, it'll be like...
So, all right. Also, until we're at one of those events, if you want to roll with us virtually, we are on the interwebs, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Facebook you watch. Echo is at Echo Charles, and I am at Jocko Willing.